Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Heads Will Roll Reforged, episode number 4 in our Virtuous run, so season 2. And we just finished the previous chapter. I think is this chapter 5 or 4? I frankly don't keep track of it, really. Does it say anywhere? I don't think so. Well, we're on the chapter where we're supposed to kill DeRoche, and we're also on the last chapter that we'll be spending in Cambrai. Which means that it's our last chance to equip this ill-fated wanted poster. But let's try to get a little bit more value out of it. I still think we might. We'll swap it for... doesn't matter much. I'll swap it for the Templar's Medallion, crazy enough, because I prefer the fatigue reduction. Not that we have much fatigue right now, but I'd like to make sure we end with 0 fatigue. So we also want to make sure we clean up our inventory, selling the Soldier's Axe. I, off camera, had unsheathed that. Before we leave Clover, I wonder if it's almost time for her to be traded off. 7 inventory spots. I think we'll get rid of the heater shield. It's... I mean, it's better, but it's not a lot better. The coordination penalty of 1, the other one's 202. It's just, it's pretty significant, and, you know, this one's worth more money. Money. We actually, I mean, you think that, okay, we have a fair amount of money, but not really. Poisoned Army Bolt. Heavy bolt designed penetrating light armor, mostly utilized for military purposes. Yeah, so we want to use something like this. I will keep an eye out maybe for a better one, but yeah, I guess I'll buy this as a backup. We're going to want to shoot some kind of bolt. Not a blunt bolt. Okay, let's see what else we want to do. Maybe go back to the chest and deposit any items we can before our trip to clear up a little bit more inventory space. We have 1 free spot. That's not a whole lot. Oh, we should go to Bart as well. Yay! Hello, what's new? Yay! Okay, great. Now he, I think, assigned us a quest. Dress to kill. He needs a ring, a chain, or a medallion, and he also needs fancy shoes or a hunter's hat with a feather. It just so happens that that's what I picked up, and that is what we will give him. So we can get that thing out of our inventory. I will give you the hunter's hat. You are not getting my knight's chain. You ding-dong? No way. But we can give him a golden cross if we end up seeing one here. I don't see it right now. Let's save the inventory space before we acquire anything else. Although, these are very good boosts to be doing for the thing we're about to do, which means we are going to have to swap for the loot. And that means a little bit less space overall. Just bouncing back and forth here. Okay, so put this away. 1 spot left. We'll put the oath in there, I guess. Not going to be able to equip it anyway. And let's go ahead and start scavenging. I didn't read that. I will agree. Okay, there's a fire apparently. Our virtue has increased. We've gotten something done. Okay, that's hooray for us. Good job, Mr. Tortuga. Aha. A makeshift hut. Bonfire. An untidy armed man with a bundle of brushwood emerges on the opposite. Uh-oh. No, we're getting the same one? Well, we'll just engage in battle, because I want I want my thing to go up. Yeah, and we're looking like we're in good shape to fight him. Scavenging will take less time. We have the wanted poster. Let's see if this counts. I hope so. Okay, this guy's no slouch. Well, okay, I say that because he has fancy looking appearance, but in fact his skills are pretty bad. He's still wearing mail armor and an open bassinet, so these are pretty high quality as far as armor pieces go. He's got a Marauder's Axe. I'm not even sure if I know what a Marauder's Axe is. I seen that, but it looks like it has the same things as us. One swing, overhand swing, and split shield. Well, I guess it was a little bit early of me to actually sell my shield. Is this guy, he's a deserter. I don't know if this counts. It says etc. If he falls under etc, then we're in good shape. We're actually able to just go right after him. So we will. Ah, right, the shield. Okay, what's that shield looking? Oh, 65% chance. Well, that's quite a shield. Okay, so let's just destroy that first. We'll do a recovery just to keep things on the positive. Respite. His recovery can go all the way to max, and it looks like we can still hit him. That's the only one I was worried about, since split shield is not a hard one to land. But it looks like with our shield, we will preserve it. 2 times even. And he's definitely going to be a 100% chance to hit now. Okay, cut his throat. Looks like he's going to be bleeding a whole lot. May just die on his own, which will give me time to do a respite. And yeah, down to 1. Oh, he's not dead. He's not dead. We'll respite one more time before we finish him off. And chop. With all enemies dead, you can loot their corpses. Okay, we got his shield. Cozy boots. Not much. And the big question is, it did count. Okay, cool. So we can sell this. Let's unequip that and just sell it. Oh, okay, we can't unequip. Figure out something else to get rid of. Too many items here. Way too many items. Well, we can go to crafting and we can craft. Do we want to craft canteens, or do we want to actually try to make... I think we'll just go to trade, since there are definitely some poisonous stuff. We don't really care about the cloth or the poisonous. And okay, so we don't want both of these boots. 45 versus 55. I don't really know which one's better, honestly. I think probably the endurance ones. So let's sell these. We could technically make an antidote with this. Oh, we have 2 flagrams. I didn't notice that. So that's an obvious. Sell one of those. Do we want to switch our shield? This is 101 with higher shield coverage versus this. No, actually not. I don't think the shield coverage matters that much, which may sound weird, but in fact, for very few fights it may matter. But most of the time I'm just interested in the shield as, 1, a mechanism to draw their fire, in which case durability is the most important thing. And second, also to use shield bash, in which case we don't care about shield coverage whatsoever. Okay, so that's, of course, the thing I forgot to do is trade this wanted poster. It served its purpose, but we'll be leaving here soon, so thank you for the extra money. And with it, what do we want to do? Probably nothing. We'll buy some leather, though. We have 5 spots. That's not as many as I'd like. But we can get a few more spots if we just equip this, or 1 more spot. Oh, 2 more spots, apparently. Great, so we have 7 spots, but well, right, because we took a trinket off and we didn't, we put one on, we didn't have to swap it out, so of course that gives us an extra spot as well. And that's the extra 7 spots that we need to get all this leather. And I want to get all this so we can make some water skins. The only small downside is that for the moment, I'm not going to have any room in my inventory to swap things in and out. Yeah, so I have some water skins in here. We do have 1 extra spot, but nothing I can do with it. Okay, so let's go over to our chest just to get our 0 inventory space. This is problematic. 0 and 0, actually very problematic. So I guess we're just gonna have to roll the dice. We can't swap. I guess we can't swap. I want my worker's gloves, but our craftsmanship is actually really high, so we don't need to be so particular. Let me look. Is there any benefit for healing herbs besides that? 1 sec. Alright, let's see. Tourniquet, medicine. So we can make medicine, but is there any healing herbs plus medicine equals antidote? Yeah, we know that. Don't want to make poison myself. Leather belt, leather shoes, we don't need. Is this, by the way, what is this? Oh, this is leather shoes like that, so I could actually have made these myself instead of buying them, but I don't know. It might be the same. 6 leather is what? 36, so we're saving like 9. Not a whole lot. Water skin, yeah, so what? No, yeah, this is cloth plus alcohol. Medicine plus canteen, yeah, so it doesn't look like there's a use case for the healing plants other than making medicine. Okay, well that's good to know. Then we'll just go ahead and craft more medicine, which will also, I guess, reduce inventory by at least 1. And then we'll go ahead and make some water skins. And we have enough to go... Whoops! Apparently we have way too much. 3, 4. Another one. Now, I think we have canteens already. Before I do something stupid, let me make sure that we do. We have 1 canteen, we have 2 canteens. Okay. Just want to make sure we have canteens for any kind of crafting that we may want to do. So now we can go ahead and get the extra water skins. Fantastic. And let's put them into our inventory as well. Well, some of them at least. We have quite a few. Yeah, so we can get more antidote 2. At this point, I think we can actually get antidote 3, which is extremely good. And usually, in my opinion, you might as well just get antidote 3. So what we need is medicine we have, water skin we have, and we just need to get some alcohol. One funny thing, I wonder if you could make alcohol yourself. That would be a fun little crafting recipe. I feel like that would be possible. Maybe not in the amount of time the game is supposed to span. You should put it, maybe you could craft it in one chapter and it's available for you in the next. I don't know, but I'm just thinking about it. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Well, I guess it's time for us to, dress to kill. Let's trade just to look for, okay, Crankwind, this is not what we want. We want a better one. Looking for a golden thing. We'll take some alcohol while we're at it. One of each, perhaps. Didn't get the golden cross that I'm hoping for. That's what we need for Bart. I will re-roll, which I very rarely do. Okay, Poison Army Bolt is the one we already have. No sense in getting another one. We only need one or the other. Yeah, nothing here. Really nothing here. This is not a good roll for us. I don't think we're going to be picking up the beer mug. I also should say, I should step aside for a second, pause for a moment just to say I'm trying to record these in a rush in order to get everything done before a trip I'm taking. So, this is even better. Let's buy that. I can actually sell the other one that I have. Well, it's not here with me, so I won't sell it, but it's fine. And we're still looking at a place where we can pick up a crossbow. Nothing here. That's a lot of medicine we ended up picking up. I guess we can make a lot of antidote or something. This 4-leaf clover. I feel like there might be more luck checks in the future, though, so I'm still gonna stubbornly hold on to it. Can we get... Okay, strong homebrew poison is good. We should not need it for a while, though. A winged bolt. We want a winged poison bolt. And still no jewelry for good old Bart. Let's try it again. Very stubbornly trying to help him. Also, we're looking for a crossbow, the messenger. Either of those will do. Maybe we should just go purchase these items from him himself. Yeah, okay, so let's just first of all... Let me pause for a second and see what kind of crafting I can do. Yeah, exactly. We can make medicine plus water skin plus alcohol will give us the antidote 3, and I think that's worth crafting. Medicine plus water skin. Did we pick up? I thought we picked up some. Yeah, there it is. And there it is. Craft that. We got 2 of them. I mean, I doubt we're going to need more than that, honestly. That's quite a substantial amount of antidote. I mean, the main person that comes to mind is Ruffin. He's one person you may want some antidote for. Otherwise, we have... Man, so let me unequip this antidote. I don't think it's going to be particularly useful. Equip instead antidote 3. And we're looking pretty good, because the coagulant will help us with any blood loss. We have antidote for poison. And we're not going to get any injuries, since we already have our shield on. So even though we have antidote, we may not even need it as much, since the poison will have toxicity effect, but we will not be receiving any injuries, and that's pretty important. I'll probably just sell the other antidote. Okay, so then let's go over to Bart and see what he's selling. Yeah, it's all stolen, I get it. Blackjack, I kind of like this item too. It's pretty good. Here's a hunter hat. Could have bought that for him. Unfortunately, he's not selling any of the stuff that we want. I think he may not even exchange anything. Really don't want to give him the... I mean, I really don't want to give him the knight's chain. Let's see if we can get lucky here. Page's sword, which is, I think, the best item you can give Cecilia. Man, no luck. No golden chain, no crossbow. Like, am I blind? Okay, there's a crossbow, but it's the wrong one. And still no gold chain. Let's try it again. Well, you know, if you get a crossbow, you got the wrong one. Still not seeing any golden chains. This is such a waste of time, too. Paring dagger. Well, that's... It looks like a cross. Probably won't count, though. Reroll, reroll, reroll. Maybe I'll just cut away while I reroll 1,000 times until we get the one, or I guess the two items we're looking for. Crossbow and the other one. Okay, well, we got one item, the golden cross pendant. By that, at least Bart will be satisfied. Alright, off he goes. He's going to date that daughter. I think he's actually going to steal from her. Why did I facilitate that? Well, I think if you do all his quests, he goes with you to England. Or maybe you see him there. I don't know. I haven't really done the England side of things. Oh! Another great opportunity for me to start reading. Yes. Okay, good. I said... what am I doing? Get me a couple of leather sheaths and 2 pairs of boots. Something that would last at least a couple months. You yoinked my bag, didn't you? Well, if you don't want to hear... okay. He caught us for actually stealing his bag. What the heck? I've never had this before. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't want this. I got equipment. This is what I... You got us a heater shield. That's not what I want. Give me another shield. Maybe we should go with armor, but no, I want... He's given me a tower shield before, and that is the dream. So, about the boots and sheaths. We can get that stuff for him. Sheath. Boot. Not fancy boots. I'm pretty sure he's talking about the ones... I'll just give him the ones I'm wearing. But we're also gonna... Man, so we're still looking for a crossbow, too. Okay, more digging. Alright, well, I found 2 sergeant scabbards. I hope he's not particular. Those are actually better quality than what he was asking for, I think. Let's just see exactly what this is. So... Oh, no. I have to sew them? 2, but... Well, let's just see if he takes the ones I already got. Because I, just need to open my eyes and read. Not you, not you. Not you. Oh, wait. Keep it, I'm not touching it. Whatever. He stole some stuff from the girl he was dating's father, and that was the whole reason for the whole errand. Okay. Oh my god, we have to actually use leather. Oh my god, I wasted all that time trading. Okay, well then I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm gonna have to scab it. How? In fact, this is impossible. I think it's impossible for me. I don't have... Is there any way for me to get leather? I don't think there's any way for me to get leather in order to actually craft these. So if he's around in the next chapter, sure, we'll oblige him. But otherwise, we just can't satisfy it. Okay, well, that's the next step. Is I still need to look for a crossbow that we can use, which means I'm still going to be hunting in here. But in the meantime, I can sell these sergeant scabbards. It might be okay if I find a normal sheath. I guess it probably is okay if I find a normal sheath. So, anyway, inventory, yeah, I'm still going to sell this heater shield as well. We're losing a bit of money in all this trading, and yeah, it's a bit wasteful, unfortunately. Sell this antidote as well. Goodness, it's only worth 15. I might as well have just used it. And medicine, well, I mean, do we have enough? I think we already have enough antidote, but we'll keep 1 medicine. And 1 leather obviously is not enough, and we don't have anything else we can purchase from them leather-wise. So we just can't make all the other stuff that they want us to make. Oh god, so we have to keep doing this until I find a crossbow. Oh, maybe I should have just hired somebody. Well, look at it, we're out of time in terms of my recording time available before I leave on this trip, and also just in terms of wasting time re-rolling in the shop. So I'm going to go ahead and try this with just the normal crossbow. It is better than light crossbow and the crank wind as far as like range and projectile speed goes. So we're just going to hope that this one works out for us. I doubt it, but that's fine. Even if we fail the mission, we'll give it the old college try. We'll try to also maybe equip some other trinkets that we have that'll help us with crossbow stuff. Otherwise, I mean, as much as I love the Butcher's Blade, I'm starting to wonder if maybe she's seen it. And by the way, we had these leather boots. I think that these are the same as the ones you would craft. So let's go over to the sergeant and see if he will take that. Yeah, he will. Reputation up, virtue up. Well, we don't really need either of those things. We're quite comfortable. So let's just go ahead and train. We're going to train with the crossbow this time. And then we're going to train again. Yeah, we need a little bit. But now we have the opportunity to go to the bathhouse or the brothel. Again, this is where we could, if we wanted to, make use of the extra civic talent that we have. And honestly, no reason for me not to be using my other talents, my weapon talents. Beast of Burden, increase this by 5. Good Manager is what we'll want for next chapter. Which means I guess this is kind of a free one. Typically this is where I would choose Casanova, but since we're going with a high virtue playthrough, I'm going to just avoid that. Craftsman, it gives you an additional 5% chance to duplicate items. I think we're, with our Craftsman level where it is, it's so high, we probably don't need to do that. Again, we'll save Good Manager for next time. Which means with the free one we have, I think Beast of Burden, it's just kind of a nice utility one, when none of the other ones really make sense. So we'll pick that one up just to have a little bit more crap we can pack rat with us, basically. And weapon talents. Okay, so we have, basically we can knock out the entire axe tree here. We'll take shield damage, we'll take bypass, and then we'll take injuries. So the ones we're leaving on the table are critical strike, bypass, shield, and bleed chance. I honestly don't think that those three are, to me it's very clear that the 4 we're choosing are the best ones. But that's my own personal opinion, it's not necessarily, absolute. For my playthrough, for my style, I like that the best. Okay, then what else do we have? Okay, I think we want to do a little bit more crossbow training before we decide to take our shot. So let's do mortify. It's crazy, I don't know how I always say the wrong thing. Train one more time, maybe? It's only 20 florins. Mortify. Mortify again. Strength, agility, vitality decreased. Well, bad things happen. I guess they got to give you a reason to keep training, right? Alright, so we're at this point. Are we ready to go? Are we ready to embark upon our quest with a normal crossbow, a wing bolt? Let's also go to the chest. I think we have the crossbow reloading tool. I just want to equip that. I don't know if it'll help at all. I believe that this is the same bolt as what we already have. And yeah, we could actually make the gambeson into the fold. I did check, by the way, this one has slightly lower limbs coverage than the gambeson, which would have 45. That's why you might want to do the gambeson plus fold. But I think that honestly 30 is plenty because you have 2 other slots to increase your limbs coverage. So to me, that's not important. Anyways, we need to combine with some helmets sooner or later, but we'll encounter a lot of good helmets, I think probably this chapter and definitely the chapters to come. Alright, let's go to the inventory, swap things out. Definitely I want to keep the good luck charm on, and I don't want to reduce my virtue, so we'll go ahead and leave this on. I don't want to raise it and then put this back on and then have it lost. So wing bolt versus army bolt. Let's see, this is 20, this is 25. So we'll sell the poisoned army bolt and we'll use the wing bolt, which just by cost alone seems like it's better to use. Alright, good old Tortuga and his like 11 skill. It's probably not going to be good enough, but we're gonna try it. Let's go to the Falcon Tower. It's almost impossible. Okay, so you will need 10 points of crossbow skill to have a chance to hit the target, 15 pots to guarantee. We're at 11. Okay, here we go. Okay, we failed our luck check despite our 4 leaf clover. Reputation decreased by 10. But that's fine. I think that, you know, I'm not too torn up about this. We wasted basically a lot of money. It's the main thing we wasted. I don't have any real use for this crossbow anymore. In fact, having one is just a potential inventory spot that we're occupying with something we don't really need. And... well, it's nice at least that we can get back to the training. The meat of the matter. There's one other thing I want to just toss out there for people to weigh in on before I'm going to have to go soon, so I'll probably have to call this video to an early close, but one thing I'd like to get people's feedback on is whether or not we should try to go to England or to go back and kill Ruffin. I don't think that you can kill Ruffin if you pursue... well, this is bathhouse material in my opinion. If you pursue England, you can't go to Ruffin. And if you go to France... so France does have an interesting storyline that I've seen beyond the Olivia section. You can go into the Crusader territories in the Middle East. But other than that, England would be entirely new for me, and it's kind of where I wanted to go. Modify. Additional fatigue recovery. I don't know. Yeah, we do have light blood loss. Let's get rid of that. Then let's also continue to mortify ourselves. Great. And now I think we should be able to get... look at our strength's up to 27 already. Let's do endurance a bit. There we go. And now when you're maxed out... okay, we're back and turns out we have another chance. Well, let's do the bathhouse again. 100. Oh, it actually reduced our... meeting with them actually reduced our fatigue. That's interesting. Let's get our endurance up a little bit more as well. Looks like it might have uncapped you here. So we're in great shape. Oh good, weapon skill increase, that's fantastic. We're gonna need to mortify, I think at this point, blood poisoning. Okay, vitality down by 1. It's unfair, I tell you. Our injuries were only there for 1 second. Alright, we have enough time still to do this quest, so we're gonna travel to the camp. And that's going to be our opportunity to kill DeRoche, whether or not we do that or not. Let's maybe train once. Can we train it? Can we sneak in a melee weapon? Yes, we can, and we can rest. How much money do we even have? I feel like, well, enough. Enough that it's probably worth doing the bathhouse. And there's vitality increasing by 1, despite, I mean, it's the total opposite of the Mortify Flesh. Plus, I guess our character is probably maxed out on virtue, so we don't really need to keep flogging ourselves. Okay, so that means train. We gotta have a little bit of time left after this. We're probably already good enough. 27 strength, 25 endurance, 23 weapon skill. We could definitely use this a little higher. 1. Maybe agility. Bathhouse. Okay, let's leave it there. So let's go ahead and travel and do this part. Before I do that, make sure that we're equipping the right stuff, which we are not. Yeah, let's unequip and sell that item. We'll put the... well, what are the items that we want to equip? I'm going to go with the Butcher's Blade. It's going to make the cut. And then Templar. I don't think we need any kind of luck-related items for this. And then we can sell that. I guess I'll keep the rest of this stuff on me. It's kind of just weighing us down with extra unnecessary stuff. Still haven't really used the heavy battle axe, but we don't really need to with the fights we're in. We don't really need to break armor. Okay, here we go. So, I think we're ready. We only have a few rounds to do this. I think it should be fine for us since we're pretty well equipped. Let's see how... now, not enough yet, but we could probably shield bash him. We're going in with 0 fatigue. That's actually quite nice. Let's just split the shield to get things going. And I think we just have a normal English soldier with us. Ooh, thank goodness. That could have been dangerous. French men-at-arms, skill 10. Get a light shield. He only has an aventail, which means that even though we see armor, we can go for the neck. It's only 5 armor. I will even go here for a full swing. So it's still, I mean, 44 versus 49 is... I mean, I'm not sure if it's 5 before or after the multiplier. So maybe it's -5 and then multiplied, in which case, you know, that was like 8 damage that they blocked. Anyway, we'll respite a little bit here. We don't need to do too much respiting. We don't have time to do too much respiting. Now that's fantastic. Great job. He stunned him. So knocking that guy's shield. I don't blame him. Guy's using his shield well. You might as well destroy it. We'll take this guy out. Head chopped off. It's got to be very, very demoralizing to see that happen to your friend in like just 2 hits. Okay, we will respite, I guess. The fatigue recovery is not too important here. We did leave enough time in the main camp that we can rest after this, if we need to. Takes us down to 0. Didn't really need to do that last one. Okay, broke his shield. Still, this is already good enough. Yeah, what's your armor situation? 7 for neck. Well, with a 7, I think we'll go for offensive, and we'll take that. Almost killed him outright. He's going to drop his helmet, which will make him a little bit easier. Our buddy's got hit a little bit there, but we'll just respite. Wow, just once, I guess, is enough to take care of all of our fatigue. And now we can just do a very simple attack on his head and kill him. Could have done the neck, but you know, there's still a 1% chance we'd miss it. Yes, absolutely want their stuff. In fact, we can get other leather boots. A knightly sword, well that sounds nice. It doesn't unfortunately have the obliterate that the Zweihander does. And that's the thing I most want. Some kind of armor damage. Okay, here we go. And now the big decision. To spare him. And this is where we'll have to call this video to a close. I assume that I can just go to the main menu, come back in, and we'll have that decision for next time. Good. So this is, I believe, the decision whether to go to England with the Earl or to refuse. So that's where we'll call this video to a close. Thanks so much for watching. Weigh in on whether we go to England or to, you know, stay with Olivia in France as a mercenary. I really don't know myself, although I may make up my mind between this video and the next one, and then, you know, it's a dictatorship, unfortunately, and democracy doesn't work here, but I will be reading the comments to see what people think. Until the next one, thanks for watching, and take care.